on Daytime Buffalo, Hope Rises brings a truly wild story from our community into our studio. And later, Boost Body Buffalo is here to help you ring in your resolutions for the new year. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, Happy New Year, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Well, a local influencer is shining a spotlight on wildlife and conservation here in Western New York, and I'm joined now by Kate Glazer from Hope Rises to introduce us to him. Welcome, Kate. Tell us who you brought in today.
Hello. So he is local, but he is a big influencer across our entire world. He is Mike Logren, and he is Fish Like Mike. If you follow him on Instagram and TikTok, a lot of his videos have gone very viral. He's like a Steve Irwin kind of like vibe, but I love it because he really shares the beauty of nature and wildlife and animals and how to respect them, but also love them. So that's why I brought Mike on. He's an awesome influencer that I wanted to share with Buffalo.
Okay, so Mike, tell us a little bit about where your passion for animals and wildlife came from.
Oh, it's ever since I was little. I mean, from as long as I can remember growing up, watching Steve Irwin, watching River Monsters, Kratts' Creatures was a show. And just as a kid, we would go on family walks, and I would be a little bored just walking. I'd bring a flashlight and a bucket. We call it toad hunting, even though it was a family walk, and everything, picking up frogs, going to the creek. I just loved it. Ever since I was a kid, I just want to be outside and play outside.
What part of Western New York are you from?
West Seneca Orchard Park. So I went to Orchard Park High School, taught in West Seneca for 5 years, elementary gym, and been here pretty much my whole life, but now traveling, so it's pretty exciting.
Tell us a little bit about how you fell into this career of showcasing wildlife and how it took off.
A little lucky in a way. You know, social media is a special thing, and the internet, TV shows. I posted a video. I mean, I posted a lot of videos, but the big one was the possum video. Posted it probably about 6-7 years ago. Went mega viral, 200,000 followers overnight, 20 million views, and that kind of sparked the career and kind of validated that what I'm doing is important. People didn't know that about possums, and there's so many other animals that I want to share with the world about.
For those who haven't seen the video, tell us about that possum video and what made people so enamored.
Long story short, was going on a hike, saw a possum, went and picked it up, kind of fell asleep, played possum, and picked it up while it was sleeping and just talked about it, facts about it, all the different things that people don't know. People think it's a dirty animal. It's not. It's one of the only marsupials we have here in North America. And they're just a super cool animal. And people in the comments were just fascinated that the animal they see every day, they didn't know half the things about it.
Yeah, really cool stuff. So have you always been studying animals on the side? Like, you know, you were kind of lived a regular life. You were a gym teacher, and but you've always been fascinated. Have you always done a lot of research into all different types of animals?
I have, and it comes from a place where nobody in my family really hunted, fished, or anything. We were a very sport family. Hockey was a big part of our life, and when I would go into the woods, just walking around or fishing, I would see something, and I didn't know what it was. It didn't make sense to me. What is that? So I'd go home and research it, and I figured if I don't know what it is, most other people don't. So that's why I would share it on social media.
What's the wildest adventure you've had with this, or which animal has made you the most fearful?
Well, wildest adventure is a toss-up. I lived in a van for 7 months, traveled around the country this past year, and then 2-3 weeks ago I was in Thailand, which was crazy. Did a whole fishing expedition there, caught huge fish, 200-300-pound fish, caught 15-foot python, but that was not the scariest. The scariest was actually in Oregon. We had a very territorial sea lion, probably about 600-700 pounds, coming up to us while we were kayak fishing, and would bop down, come back up, it would grunt at us, we could see its eyes, and that was probably the most scared I've ever been in the wild.
Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah. What do you do in those situations?
You gotta just hope that the animal can sense that maybe you're not a threat, or, you know, it was a very, very scary situation.
So this has become your life now, but have you gotten any training or like any guidance on what to do in these situations when you just go to Thailand or you go to these wildlife places?
No training at all. It's all kind of winged it or instinct. Yep.
Yeah.
But it's fun that way. It keeps you sharp, and I just kind of rely on instinct and speed of, you know, capturing the animal, talking about it. But it's a great experience. I wouldn't want it any other way.
What's one thing you can tell people about the importance of animals and nature and why people should care?
It's so important. I mean, people forget that we are an animal ourselves, and, you know, getting up in the morning like animals do, getting in the sun, touching the earth. I saw a study recently where people have actually been prescribed time in nature, in the park, by the creek, to help deal with stress or anxiety, and it's so important. You have to immerse yourself in nature.
What is your goal with your page? What are you trying to accomplish?
I think end goal is to eventually have my own show one day. Growing up watching Steve Irwin, watching River Monsters, I would love to have a show one day where it's a combination of the two. You know, I'm going out catching big fish, but also if I see an alligator, if I see a big python, I can grab it, talk about it, explain the environment it lives in, and it's a show that the whole family can watch, not just a cartoon. It's something that everybody in the family can look forward to seeing and learn something from.
Can we have a sneak peek of what your next adventure is going to be?
So next adventure, next week I'm heading down the East Coast, going to go to Florida, shark fishing out of a kayak. Going to look for different alligators to educate people on. There's some chameleons down there, some invasive species. So just going to really head down the East Coast for 2 months, explore, maybe head to the Gulf and see where it takes me. And I never know what's going to happen on these adventures.
What a fun and exciting life. Well, we wish you the best
Thank you.
and continued success with your social media. Viewers, if you want to follow Mike to all of his adventures, just connect with him on TikTok and Instagram at Fish Like Mike. And Kate, thanks so much for sharing him with us.
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much.